Yo, 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 yo. What up, YouTube? This is your boy, Mr. DTK, back at it again. Now, let me know what y'all think about family members snitching on other family members for something that they did. How would you feel about that? What is your thoughts on that? Do you think family members supposed to go and do that time with you or turn around and snitch on you and get you all that time and having other family members hate them? I mean, what is your thoughts about that? Let me know what your thoughts about that is, because me personally, if I'm with one of my family members and something go down, I'm a rock with them whether they right or wrong. And if I go to jail, I go to jail. If they hit us with a murder case or whatever, I'm not gonna sit up there and and take the stand. I'm not gonna sit up there and snitch. You feel me? Even if even if they did it, even though even if they did do it, they still didn't do it. For all them real gangsters out there, you know what I mean. But yeah, that brings me to my next point. Well, I know y'all heard of this rapper called Queso, right? He from ATK. He up out of Jacksonville. Well, something went down with another Jacksonville rapper, whatever, right? I don't know the whole situation. I'm just saying. But well, they all go down for what they did. Well, his dad take the stand and they showed the dad the tape, whoop whoop whoop, played everything, and the dad gets up there and say, "Oh yeah, that's my son. That yeah." I know how my son look. I know how tall he is. Yeah, that's my son. That's the same clothes that my son was wearing the day of the incident. Now, tell me, do you think it's fair for the dad to snitch on his own son just for him to go get out? Really, I don't think that's fair, because for the simple fact is that's your son. How can you sit there in court full of white folks and snitch on your son when you know that all them white folks want to do is see us go up the river, and you sitting there just giving them the bullets to put in the gun to send his ass up the river. You feel me? I mean, there was no reason for the dad to say that. Okay, the dad just got done doing 11 years. Okay, the dad just got done doing 11 years. Okay, and the dad was involved in what his son and the rest of the homies had going on. So the dad get caught for conspiracy. Well, getting caught with conspiracy, you only gonna do probably about 6 to 10 tops. You can always get back from that, but snitching, you can't never come back from that, because your family gonna hate you. All your family, friends, and other folks, they not gonna fuck with you. You feel me? Because if they fuck with you, they gonna be like, okay, I just went and done this, or I did that. This nigga with me. If we get caught, this nigga gonna wind up snitching, because they seen that you snitched on your son. If you snitched on your son, what makes the next person think that you won't snitch on them? You feel me? Real shit. Just like me, if I'm with one of my family members and they doing something wrong and I'm there, okay, whatever. They didn't do it. They didn't do it even though I know that they did it, but they didn't do it. You feel me? Because that's what because that's what I'm gonna tell the police. That's what I'm gonna tell the police that they didn't do it because the only two people that know that they did it is me and that person. You feel me? If we go to jail, we go to jail point blank. And if we go to court, he still didn't do it. He still didn't do it because in court they gonna have to prove it. They're gonna have evidence. They're gonna have audio. They're gonna have surveillance. They're gonna have a whole lot of paperwork. You feel me? If they ain't got no paperwork or no surveillance or no type of evidence linking you to whatever it is that they said that you allegedly did, they trying to railroad you. They trying to railroad you. And trust me, I know because I've been going through that type of shit ever since I was 13. So I know what the police and the judges and the public pretenders would do to you. That part. But how do y'all feel about family members snitching on other family members? Get okay. Give me y'all input because I I would seriously like to know how y'all feel about that. Somebody, anybody, talk back. Let me know what y'all think. Because me personally, I feel sad for old boy. Like I I feel sad for him because that's a fucked up feeling. Having your own family members snitch on you when everybody say family over everything. No, 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 no. Fuck no. Family ain't over everything. You want to know what's over everything? Loyalty. Yeah, loyalty. Loyalty over everything. Don't y'all forget that either. That's some real shit coming from a real nigga. You feel me? That's why I tell everybody loyalty is everything to me. You feel me? It's okay to love a person, but then again, love can turn around and stab you in your back. Loyalty is you gonna always be there for that person, no matter if they did you wrong or not. You still gonna be there. You still gonna rock it out with them, no matter if they right or wrong. That's what you would call loyalty. That that's why I tell everybody loyalty is everything. Loyalty is everything to me. If you're not loyal and you want to be one of them niggas, stay on that side with all them disloyal ass niggas and everybody else that's disloyal and everybody else that think that they better than everybody else. You feel me? Yeah. Like me, loyalty is everything. Loyalty is everything to me. I I stay around real people. I stay around real ass people. Somebody that I could learn from. Somebody that's gonna put me up on game. You feel me? Because everybody ain't for you. Everybody ain't gonna take the time out to show you what's what. Everybody ain't gonna take the time to show you how to wiggle through life. Ain't nobody gonna take the time to show you how how to wiggle through the system, because it's always loopholes in the system for you to get away with a whole lot of stuff that people don't know. You feel me? All people know is, oh, I'm going to jail. That's all they know. Like, when I had to go and take that sit down, I was always in the law library. I was always in the law library reading books. You want to know why? Because it's a loophole. It's a loophole for everything. It's a loophole for for everything. You feel me? That people don't know about. Because to when people be fighting in court for their life, soon soon as soon as they say, oh yeah, we got evidence, we got this, we got that, we got this, and we got that. Well, what people don't know, most of the time, the judges and the lawyers be lying. They be lying to the people in the court, saying that they got evidence. When they know, you know, and everybody else that's sitting in the courtroom, they know that they don't have no evidence. You feel me? And if they try to bring up an alpha data that was not brought up at your first court date, if they wait until like your third or fourth court date, that evidence that they have, that alpha data that they have, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because the judge is gonna ask, how come you ain't present this alpha data back yonder when we were sitting here talking about the case and about the trial, and how they gonna proceed through the trial. That's why every time when you go to court, ask for a speedy trial, because the judges and the lawyers, they gonna keep on putting it off until they find some kind of evidence, until they find like the witnesses and all the stuff. They I noticed that they hate to be rushed doing things, because the lawyers and stuff, they want to sit there, take their time, look over all their paperwork, have their coffee, smoke their weed, smoke their cigarettes, or whatever, right? But yeah, they they hate to be rushed in a case. They hate to be rushed in a case, which means that they get thrown off their game. Okay, and the evidence that they present to the court is a non-factor. It is a non-factor because the evidence that they do have has nothing to do with your case, because that might have something to do with the prior case. You feel me? That's why, if y'all ever decide y'all want to do something that's a criminal activity, the first rule is always wear a ski mask. Second rule is always stay bulletproofed up. That's the second thing. The third thing is always take the streets where there's no cameras. Always take the back streets where there's no cameras. Because if anything happened, there's no evidence. There's no witnesses. There's no witnesses. And if you ever want to get away from the crime scene, or if you want to get away, hop on the E-way. hop on the E-way, because most people is afraid to drive on the E-way, and the police won't go on the E-way. The police is not going to drive on the E-way because they're afraid of getting killed, or they're afraid of getting somebody else killed, because the people that's on the E-way, they either got their kids in the car with them, they probably going on family vacation, they probably getting off work, they probably going to work. You feel me? In order for a police officer to be on the E-way, it's not gonna work. That's the quickest way to avoid all and any situations, because once you hit that E-way, and if the police get to shooting, or if anybody get to shooting at you on the E-way, everybody else gonna take a chance of getting their car hit. Everybody else gonna take a chance on getting their car hit with some zombie tips, blue zombie tips. Yeah, you feel me? That's why if you ever do anything, take the E-way. If you going home, take the E-way. If you going to do dirt or whatever, take the E-way, because it there's no cameras on the E-way. You feel me? It's the middle of the day. It's the middle of the day. You feel me? Yeah. And plus, not too many people not too many people gonna chase you on the E-way, because the thing is with the E-way, they either afraid to lose their life, or they afraid that they gonna lose. They probably feel like they gonna lose control of the wheel, and cause a collision. Just like the other day, right? I'm looking at y'all news out here in Cali, right? Well, I see that the police hopped on the E-way, and the police got smacked. And the police got smacked. That shows you, stay your ass off the E-way, and you on a motorcycle. And you on a motorcycle. Cause if you on the left side of a car, them motherfuckers gonna whoop. Them motherfuckers gonna go left. And when they go left, they gonna hit your ass. They gonna hit your ass and keep riding. They gonna hit your ass and keep going. Cause you can't stop on the E-way. Cause if you stop on the E-way, the people that's in back, they gon' boo boo boo. And the people that's in back of them, boo 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 boo. And by the time you know it, you got 100 people or so in a wreck. Then, then this morning, right? I'm looking at the news. Old girl, she got old girl got into a car accident on the E-way. You know what her dude did? Her dude hopped out, hopped out on the E-way and left her ass. And she's sitting there going back and forth with the police. It's like, bitch, are you serious? If your dude run, that mean your ass run. That don't mean sit there by the car, waiting to the pigs get out the car. That don't mean stand there and argue with the pigs because bitch, they gonna take your ass to jail. And when you get down there to the police station, that's more paperwork for the pigs. And then if you have to go to court, they gon' they gonna bring some bogus ass charges up on you. They gonna bring up some bogus ass charges on you that that you wasn't even arrested for. So that right there, that was stupid on her part. That was stupid on her part. Her nigga, he did the right thing. He he hopped out the whip. Bye, bitch. And the bitch sitting at there, and the bitch sitting there looking at her dude run. Why would you stand there? Why would you stand there? No matter if you no matter if you under the influence of drugs, no matter if you under the influence of liquor, you still supposed to run. You still supposed to run. You run one way and your nigga run the other way. Because that's how you gonna throw the police off. Because the police, they not gonna know who to chase. You feel me? They not gonna know who to chase. Because if both of y'all running in the same direction, guess what? They got your ass. The police got your ass. That's why that's why you go left, he go right. And if it's three of y'all, one go right, one go left, and one keep running straight. Because the police, they ain't gonna be able to catch all three of y'all. They not gonna be able to catch all three of y'all. They might catch two, but they not gonna be able to catch all y'all. Because it's three of y'all, two police officers, and y'all on the E-way. So who they gonna chase? Explain. Who they gonna chase? Because you went left, old boy went right, old boy kept straight. So who you think they gonna chase? Because the police gonna be sitting there looking dumbfounded. Because the police gonna be sitting there looking dumbfounded. Like, hey, what we supposed to do? We can't catch all three of them. You know, we might be able to catch one or two, but we ain't gonna be able to catch all of them. You feel me? But that brings me back to the loophole. Now, that's why it helps when you get locked up, go sit in the law library and read all the law books because reading all the law books it'll help you through life and you will learn how to stay your ass out of the trouble. And you will also learn what the police can do and what the police can't do. Like, for instance, order for them to come into your house and to search your property, they got to have a warrant. If they don't have a warrant, they are not allowed to come into your house and search none of your belongings. You feel me? Like if they don't read you your memorandum rights, that's a lawsuit because they have to read you your rights. They have to tell you what your rights are. If they don't explain what your rights are, and they arrest you under false presentation, yes, that's a lawsuit. You feel me? That's why when the police pull you over, You always ask, am I being detained? That should be the first thing to come out your mouth. You always ask, am I being detained? If they say no, that you're not being detained for any reason at all, you're free to go. You don't that means you don't have to answer no questions. You ain't got to stop to talk to them or nothing. You don't even have to give them a statement. You feel me? But if you let them put the handcuffs on you without without you asking any questions, they got your ass. Because what that means is they gonna sit there and and put a story together on what they gonna charge you with. They might even put some drugs in your possession when you know and they know that you didn't have no drugs on you. You feel me? Yeah. Like I didn't took so much time to study the law and and to study on the stuff that they be saying in the courtrooms and stuff, and how they try to con you to make you say something that you didn't say. Yeah. Like like if they get you in the room and they talking to you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be held against you in the court of law. Okay, what that means, if you tell the police anything about anybody or certain things, they could hold that to you. They could hold that on you. Because everything that you say to the police when they take you into the interrogation room is being recorded. Is being recorded. That's why they always tell you you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. So if you sit there and shut up, you they can't do nothing to you. They won't have nothing to use against you in court. Always ask for a lawyer. That's the first thing that should come out your mouth. Call my lawyer. You feel me? That's why I stay with three of them. That's why I stay with three of them. You always ask to talk to your lawyer. You always ask to talk to your lawyer because without a lawyer, the police will fuck you over. You feel me? If you and your partners get arrested because of whatever it is that happened and they split you guys up, you know what they doing? They lying to you to make you tell on your partner. They doing the same thing to your partner because they gonna go back and tell your partner, hey, so and so snitched on you. So and so said this was yours. It was you that plotted on this. That yeah. Look, that's why you always ask to talk to your lawyer. Because if you ask to talk to a lawyer, if you ask to talk to a lawyer, they are not allowed to ask you no more questions without your lawyer being present. And if you give up that right to speak with the lawyer, or if you don't want a lawyer presented for you, you're fucked. You're gonna be eating a whole lot of time. And the time that they be giving out, you don't want that time. You don't want that time because the time that they giving out, you ain't got that much. You ain't got that much time because people don't even live to even serve all that time or to do all that time. You feel me? Yeah. Like like one time, right? When I turned uh 14 years old in Cook County Jail, when I turned 14 in Cook County Jail, them motherfuckers charged me. They charged me as an adult because I got caught with with the blick that I had got from up yonder. Yeah, them motherfuckers got me. They gave me time for the blick. They gave they gave me time for the drug trafficking. You feel me? Yeah. They they wound up uh trying to give me 13 years. They wound up trying to give me 13 years because each each bullet in the gun doubles. Each bullet in the gun, it doubles. So since the gun had an extendo, they charged me for the bullets that was already in the gun and the bullets that was in the extendo. And they hit me with drug trafficking. Well, the thing is with the drug trafficking case, they had to throw that out because they had they had no evidence. They have no evidence that there was even drugs in the car. So they had to throw that case out. They had to throw that case out. So the only thing that stuck was the gun charge. That's the only thing that stuck was the gun charge. And they gave me they gave me 4.5 years. They gave me 4.5 years for the gun charge. But then they tried to give me the RICO Act because they already charged me for the gun once already. Okay. So as I'm locked up, I'm sitting there reading a book and I come to the to the RICO case, and when my lawyer came to talk to me about the previous case that they had picked me up on, I told my lawyer, I'm like, hey, they cannot charge me with the same crime twice because that's double jeopardy. That's double jeopardy. If you already served time for one case, they can't bring it up on you again. They cannot charge you with the same crime twice because that's double jeopardy. They can't do that. You feel me? And then they tried to hit me with racketeering. They tried to hit me with racketeering. Allegedly. That's what they tried to hit me with. But all they got me for was an accessory. All they got me for was an accessory. And being an accessory only holds like 3 to 7 years tops. that that depends on how the state want to play it. That's how that depends on how the state want to play it because each state has different laws. Each state has different laws and different rules and stuff like that. But you guys, like y'all should go and get law books and sit there and read them because it'll teach you guys more about the law because you guys will be learning more about the law. You feel me? Yeah, but that's all that I did was sit there and read the law books. I still read the law books because there's a lot that I want to know about the law, what they can do and what they can't do. You feel me? That's why, look, that's why I helped my that's why I helped my homegirl become a paralegal because later on down the line, later on down the road, I might need my homegirl to help me out when I go to court. You feel me? Because if you go to court and you don't have a lawyer, and if they gotta appoint one for you, you're fucked. Because that public pretender, guess what? He works with the judges, and the judges they work with the pigs. Okay, and the pigs they work for the judge. So will all three of them combined, which stands for you're fucked. This is some good coffee and brandy, but um yeah, that's why like instead of spending time on hating on other people and snitching on other people, you might as well try to learn something because it's like okay, you will be able to help your co-defendant out or you will be able to help somebody else out. You feel me? Like all that snitching and all that disloyal stuff, I don't condone in that for the simple fact is because there's a whole lot of real ass niggas out there and real ass women out there that's willing to go to hell and back for you. You feel me? And then you got some that will stab you in your back and smell in your face. You feel me? They and those type of people, they'll try to backdoor your ass real quick. You feel me? That's why I tell everybody, watch who you bring into your circle. Watch who you bring into your circle because you might have somebody that get jealous because of whatever. You feel me? So and they'll probably wind up doing some snaky ass shit. You know, just like the rapper Queso. His dad snitched on him, got him all that time. And it's like, dude, really? You gonna sit here, snitch on your son, knowing damn well you got 9 other kids? That's gonna mess their head up. Because them 9 kids that you got, they're gonna be like, okay, my dad got my older brother locked up. That's gonna fuck their head up because they gonna need their older brother. They gonna need their older brother to show them shit through life. You feel me? Like like me. If I get locked up right now, who gonna show my brother and my sister what not to do and what to do? Who gonna help them? Ain't nobody else gonna help them. Who else gonna help them? And if anybody else and if anybody else try to help them with something, they gonna probably be like, oh, this, and the other. That's right. When they know all along that it ain't right. You feel me? It's like building a car. It's like it's like building a car. Now, a person that knows how to build cars, they'll be able to help you. But anybody else that don't know how to build cars, that don't know how to work on cars, and you ask them something about a car, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, you did it right." You might you might drop behind the wheel of that car that you call yourself fixing, and boom, blow yourself up. You feel me? Because if you ask them, where does the spark plugs go, or can I take the spark plug? I ain't gonna say that because I ain't gonna give y'all no ideas. But anyways, they gon' like you ask them like, hey, do I got this engine hooked up right? They gonna probably say, yeah, you got that engine hooked up right. Soon as you put that car on the road, that engine probably gonna fall out your car, out the bottom of your car, and you're gonna be sitting there stuck like Chuck. But I just hope y'all don't be on the E-way when that shit happen, because y'all definitely gonna end up dead. Y'all definitely gonna end up dead. But yeah, um, let me know how y'all feel about the nigga from Jacksonville, Florida, got the snitching on his son. Like, I don't think that that's right, because for the simple fact is, he got his son life. What that means is his son gonna be sitting in prison in Jacksonville for the rest of his life. And he only 38 years old. And he only 38 years old. And his dad is what? Damn near almost 70. It's like, nigga, you could have went and done that time. You feel me? You didn't have to sit there and snitch on your son. Since you didn't snitch on your son, you didn't took your son away from his brother and sisters. And now the rest of your family hate you because you sent a brother up the river. Like, why would you do that? Why? You feel me? Like, you could have sat there and lied. You could have said you don't know who that was. You could have said anything. You could have threw a name out there. You could have been like, oh, that's Tyrone, or that's Jack, or that's Henry. That ain't my son. And then you got his cousin them, they sitting there snitching too. It's like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? How y'all gonna be sitting here snitching? You was the driver, you was a gunman, you was a gunman. So how you gonna sit there and snitch? And all y'all was in on it together. You feel me? Like how y'all gonna do that? Like I don't understand what makes family snitch on each other. Explain. Somebody explain that to me because like I'm baffled. You feel me? I had I had a whole bunch of family do janky ass shit to me, but I ain't never I ain't never had family snitch on me. You know, I have family members that shot at me. Um, I have family members that threw me out the window. I had a family member push me down the stairs. I have family members that tried to fight me. Um, I have family members that lied on me. Um, yeah, that's about it. But I ain't have a family member that snitched on me. You feel me? Like I I don't I don't know why a family member would snitch on another one of their family members, or I don't get why they would snitch on their family members. Can somebody please explain to me about why family members snitch and what's the point of snitching on your family? Oh, excuse me. What's the point of snitching on your family members and why? Why would you do that? Like, is it because you hate your family members, or is it that you don't want them to succeed? Are you jealous of your family members? What is it? What like what makes you think about even snitching on your family members? Why would you want to snitch on your family members? What is the reason for snitching on your family members? It's not gonna make you a better person. You feel me? It's not gonna get you no brownie points. You feel me? It's not gonna make motherfuckers respect you. Like, what is it that you're doing it for? Are you doing it because you want to be a clout chaser like the rest of them? Are you doing it for clout? Like, explain to me, what are they doing it for? Like, because I would seriously like to know your input on what makes families snitch on each other. Like, I know all family don't get along, but damn, it gotta be it gotta be some boundaries there. You feel me? I know family don't always love each other. I know family got different issues and stuff like that, but they should never snitch. You feel me? They should that should never snitch. And in order for old boy to sit up there and snitch on his son, that that broke my heart. That broke my heart because his like I know his dad. You feel me? His dad was a solid dude. Okay. In order for him to do that to his own son made me lose respect for him. Like, seriously, like that hurt my heart because I never thought that they would do that. I never thought that they would do that in a million years. And in order for me to see that, it's like, damn, what part of the game is that? And just from Just from hearing that made me not even want to make me not even want to trust nobody. Just from hearing that makes me not even want to trust nobody. That makes me not even want to trust friends, family members, co-workers, none of that. Like it is some people that I do trust because like I grew up with them. You feel me? And we also been in the group home. You feel me? And we was also locked up. And we was also locked up. You feel me? Everything that happened, everything that we done did, we was always there. We was always there rocking it out with each other, no matter if we was right or wrong. Like like one of the one of the homies. Um One of the homies, he's doing 2 life sentences right now. Um the home girl, she doing three. She doing 3 life sentences. Um, you know, yeah, yeah, them the ones that I trust. You feel me? Like the ones that I just mentioned right now that's locked up, them the only motherfuckers that I trust. Them the only ones I them the only motherfuckers that I would trust. And anybody else out outside of our circle, I really don't trust them like that. And half of the people that you come in contact with, you can't be trusted. They can't be trusted. Like that's why like people don't know this. Like that's one of the reasons why I stay to myself. Because I know that I know people can't be trusted. I know some people can't be trusted. You feel me? And plus I know that that half of these niggas ain't gonna rock with you. You feel me? I know half of these niggas ain't gonna rock with you. Like when it when it's time to go stand on business, they don't stand on business because once they get inside the police station and they be in the interrogation room, they snitching. They snitching. And you know how I know? Ask me how I know. Because I seen it for myself. I seen it for myself. Because when I got locked, yeah, when I went to go take my little vacation, it was me and the white boy. Well, the police they asked, did I know the white boy that that I was riding with? I told you know what I told them motherfuckers? Nope, I don't know him. I told the police, nope, I don't know him. I don't want to know him. Well, they was like, okay, okay. So they split us up or whatever. And you know what the white boy said? The white boy was like, oh yeah, I know him. His name is so and so, so and so. Uh, he had me uh drive over here for him to do this, do that, do this. We went over up yonder, picked this up, picked that up, dropped that off, and and he drove me over here so I could do this and do that and do this and shoot that person. Now, what at the time while he's sitting there snitching, while he was sitting there snitching, I told the police like, no, I don't know him. I don't know him. I ain't never seen him in my life. You feel me? Well, when we get to court, he wound up taking the stand. He wound up taking the stand. And he pointed the finger at all of us. He pointed the finger at all of us. And the fact is, we don't even know him. Now, did you catch on to what I said? That part. Well, anyways, the judge was like, okay, well, they said that they didn't know you, so how is it that you know so and so, so and so, so and so, so and so? And you know what he said? He was like, oh, we all went to school together. We this, and the other. I was at their house. That's what really fucked us off. That's what really fucked us off. When he said that, I already knew I was going to jail. The homegirl and the homeboy knew that they was going to jail too. So I told them, I was like, hey, you know what? Since he got the snitching, all we can do is go and eat that time. So we get locked up. We go do our time, whatever, whatever, whatever. Well, the two that's locked up now is the same two that I was in there with. But once we got released, once we all got released, we was out in we was up yonder. All three of us was up yonder. We went, got some coffee and got some brandy. Went, copped us something to eat. So after that happened, both of them was caught with blicks. Both of them was caught with blicks. Well, they blicked down the white boy. They blicked down the white boy, and so when the police came to gaffle all three of us, once again, I don't know who the white boy is. I don't need to know who the white boy is. I don't want to know who the white boy is. The white boy don't know me. So why am I here? But in the end, I still have to do time because I was an accessory. Because I was a I was an accessory. So I still have to do time. But but the homegirl and the homeboy, they'll be coming home. They'll be coming home pretty soon. Like I think the homeboy get out March 18th, 2028. The homegirl, she come home in June 2029. The homegirl, she come home a year later after the homie. So so yeah, with that being said, I don't like that snitching shit because all that snitching shit and all that backdoor shit is not it's not gangster. In order for him and his cousin them to sit there and do that, that's fucked up. Because that white boy lost his life because of the dad. That's why the dad did that. That's why the dad did that to his son. And that's pretty fucked off. That's pretty fucked up. Because cuz he's sitting in prison right now. He's sitting in prison right now out there in Jacksonville. Yeah. Hold on. Who is this? Hey, we finally got somebody to chime in. Let's see what this one say. Let's see what this one says. This one this one says well, I'll think about it. Well, hope everything is well with your podcast. Um, I really don't got too much to say on old boy snitching, but I don't think it's right for old boy to snitch. His dad had no his dad had no reason to snitch. His dad had no reason to snitch on him. The only reason his dad snitched on him is because he was scared. Yeah, the dad was scared. The dad the dad was scared because the dad was like I understand that the dad had health problems and he wanted to to see his grandchildren, but but he went about that the wrong way. Like he didn't have to get up on the stand and 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 snitch. You know, he could have been like, no, that's not my son. That's not what my son was wearing. You feel me? That person has no futures of my son. My son is not that tall. My son is not that short, whatever the case may be. He could have said something like that, but he chose to cinch on his son. Why is that? Let me know what y'all think. All right? Well, gotta go. I'm signing off. Stay tuned for another video.